Welcome students. Now this is first chapter from civics. What is democracy? Why democracy? Before starting the chapter we discuss the definition and meaning of democracy. Democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. Another famous definition also given by Abraham Lincoln is democracy is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. Now I repeat again, democracy is a government of the people, by the people and for the people. Democracy has its origin in the Greek word demokratia. Demos means people and kratia means rule. So it's mean rule by the people. Why do we need democracy? Democracy is important because it gives citizens equal opportunity to help make laws, vote for leaders and be protected by laws and rights that are in place. Democracy is governmental structure that force on the rights of the citizens rather than the rights that the government has to control the citizen. Now we discuss the feature of democracy. Features of democracy: first is major decision by elected leaders, second free and fair electoral competition, third one person one vote one value, fourth rule of law and respect for rights. In these 4 points we discuss different case study from different countries and then we understand the basic meaning of the democracy. This is first point is major decision by elected leaders. In these points we discuss the country of Pakistan. In Pakistan, General Pervez Musharraf led a military coup in October 1999 and overthrew democratically elected government and become president of the country. In 2002, he held a referendum in the country which was based on malpractices and fraud, granted him a 5-year extension. So what he did, after passing law, legal frame order which gave the president power to dismiss the national and provisional assemblies, elections were held to the national and provisional assemblies. In this case, Pakistan has had elections. Elected representatives have some powers, but the final power rests with military officers and General Pervez Musharraf himself. So, this should not be called a democracy. Understand? This should not be called a democracy. In a democracy, the final decision making power must rest with those elected by the people. I hope you understand in this case study. Now our second point is free and fair electoral competition. So in this point we discuss two countries, China and another Mexico. In China, elections are regularly held after 5 years for electing the country's parliament called National People's Congress. Before contesting elections, a candidate needs the approval of the Chinese Communist Party. I repeat again, the name of party is the Chinese Communist Party. The government is always formed by Communist Party. Now another, Mexico holds elections after every 6 years to elect its president. But until 2000, every election was won by a party called PRI. Its the full form is Institutional Revolutionary Party. An opposition party did contest elections but never managed to win, as PRI was known to use many dirty tricks to win elections. both the cases should not be called a democracy. It means a democracy must be based on a free and fair election where those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. Now another our third point is one person, one vote, one value. There are many instances of denial of equal rights to vote. In Saudi Arabia, women do not have the right to vote. But in India, we have a right to vote. Estonia has made its citizenship rules in such a way that people belonging to Russian minorities find it difficult to get the right to vote. Another in Fiji, the electoral system is such that the vote of an indigenous Fiji has more value than of an Indian Fijian. In a democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote and each vote must have one value. I repeat again, the most important, in a democracy, each adult citizen must have one vote and each vote must have one value. Now our fourth point is rule of law and respect for rights. Since independence, Zimbabwe ruled by ZANU. Its leader Robert Mugabe has been ruling the country. He is popular but also uses unfair practices in elections. Elections have been held regularly and always won by ZANU. Opposition party works are harassed and their meeting described. Public protest and demonstration against the government and declared illegal. He captured television and radio are called the government and give only the ruling party's version. Independent newspapers are there, but the government harass those journalists who go against it. The government has ignored some court judgments that went against it and has pressurized judges. In this case, government is not democratic as there is no citizen basic rights, no political oppositions, no judiciary. So we can't call it a democracy. Democracy, a democratic government rule within limits set by constitutional law and citizen rights. So in these case study we can understand that these countries are not a democratic country. Now we discuss the argument against democracy. First, leaders keep changing in a democracy. This leads to instability. Second, democracy is all about political competition and power play. There is no scope for morality. Third, so many people have to be consulted in a democracy that it leads to delay. Fourth, elected leaders do not know the best interest of the people. It leads to bad decision. Fifth, democracy leads to corruption, for it is based on electoral competition. Sixth, ordinary people don't know what is good for them. They should not decide anything. Now we discuss arguments for democracy. A democratic government is a better government because it is a more accountable form of government, and we can see at this present time, at present scenario, democracy improves the quality of decision making. Democracy provides a method to deal with differences and conflicts. Democracy enhances the dignity of citizen. That's why we accept the democracy. I hope you understand why India accept the democracy, because India have a lots of diversity, language, culture, हमारा फूड, climates. So this diversity we can handle with the democracy. So basic feature are all things are available, like we have a right to vote, we can move here and there, we accept any religion. So it is the basic good features of democracy. Now broader meaning of democracy. The most common form that democracy takes in our times is that of a representative democracy, where majority is allowed to take decision on behalf of all the people. The majority of the people rule through their elected representatives. A democratic decision involves consultation with the two consents of all those who are affected by that decision. Democracy is a principle that can be applied to any sphere of life. Democracy can apply to a government or a family or any other organization. I hope you all are understand this chapter. Thank you.